Manifesto of Digital Counter-Revolution in Architecture. In 1984.
In 1984 we declared that unavoidable change would come through the continuity of discontinuities of architectural matrices.
In 1988.
In 1988 we declared that only the most vital structures can accept destruction as a creative act.
In 1990.
In 1990 we declared that Sony Benetton electronic homes would transform architecture into something more friendly, funny, joyful, childlike, and toyish.
On October the 3rd, 1990.
On October the 3rd, 1990 in Tokyo we declared that our world isn't the globe anymore, a solid geometric shape in space, but the complex of interrelated endless networks.
In 1996.
In 1996 we declared that architecture as nature, and evolution that melts, transforms, adapts, erodes and reproduces through spontaneous autocatalysis, would finally overcome 1,000 years of putting horizontal things on top of vertical ones.
In 1999.
In 1999 we declared that through patterns of uncertainty, multiplicity, diversity and variety, architecture as building would be overwhelmed by dynamic and adaptable ecosystems with no scale, no typology, no style.
In 2000.
In 2000 we declared that through the transparency of the hyperreal we would shift from a visual civilization to an audio-tactile culture.
In 2001.
In 2001 we declared that reality show parasite houses would match post-spatial urbanism, post-natural ecology, and post-pop population.
In 2003.
In 2003 we declared that architecture is no longer the play of masses and light, but it now embraces the play of digital information in space.
In 2003.
In 2003 we declared that data supermarket, infoscapes, mediascapes, escapes are emerging as electronic tents for modern nomads, or hypertextual space surfers.
In 2004.
In 2004 we declared that absolute internet would allow residence between nomadism and display, action between seduction and production, romance between surveillance and performance.
In 2006.
In 2006 we declared that an immersive interactive medium capable of infinite variation, S-strings would be draped around the body like clothing, generated by the only constant in life, which is change, a phenomenon like mist, clouds or the sea.
In 2007.
In 2007 we declared that, rather than more or less finite forms or spaces, architecture as medium would bring humans and things together without mediation.
Today we add to those declarations that,
as the mechanical age comes to its area end, architects should cope with it instead of being obsolete creatures in the reality more real than the real one, created by humans.
Today we add to those declarations that,
the mechanical age's architecture was too exclusive, too sculptural, too theoretical, too complicated, too serious, too isomorphic, too rhetorical.
Today we add to those declarations that,
the architecture of the digital age doesn't necessarily mean the rejection of previous approaches, but, on the contrary, their appropriation and distortion. Architecture should be more applicable, more lively, more easy, more joyful, more hybrid, more real.
Today we add to those declarations that,
if the mechanical is orthodox, the digital is paradox. If the mechanical is plug-in, the digital is unplugged. If the mechanical is either, or at least both and, the digital is no and. If the mechanical is exclusive, or sometimes even inclusive, the digital is elusive.
Today we add to those declarations that
the architecture of the digital age, nature itself whose form is given by the flow of instantaneous relations, should emphasize tribal qualities of new IT societies whose main features are interconnectivity, tactile vision, transgression, total surround, and interactivity.